Hello everybody and welcome back to Nipponism! Finally I'm back again and I don't know, maybe you have missed me, I have missed you and I'm sorry about my absence, but let's just not talk about it and let's just carry on right away. For today I've planned another small vlog for you guys. The setting is a little bit different because, I don't know, my lighting is not working with me today and the weather is nice, so I thought this position has the best light, so here we go from my bed. Welcome to my bedroom. Yeah, today I want to make a vlog, teach you about some do's and don'ts in Japan. Since I know most of you might be interested in Japan, that's maybe why you are watching my channel. And even if not, if you plan on traveling here, you might want to know what to do and what not to do to not make any Japanese people angry, or I don't know, make a bad image on foreigners. I just noted down some things. I'm not going in any specific order because I might come up spontaneously with some more points, and so it would just make things complicated. So I just let you know what I want you to know to have a great time in Japan. So let's get right into it, shall we? Here we go! The do number one is to take off your shoes. So if you ever visit a Japanese person, before entering their house, you have to take off your shoes. But this goes even further. Some families might be very strict about when you want to use the toilet. You have to change into the toilet slippers before entering the toilet and taking them off after leaving the toilet again. So please be careful here. But this whole taking off your shoes thing goes even further. So if you're just going shopping and you want to try something on, so you need the changing room, you will have to take off your shoes as well. So there might be shops where you don't have to. I think Uniqlo doesn't require you to take off your shoes, but be careful if you're in smaller stores, especially in brand stores, and you want to use the changing room, then you might have to take off your shoes. Be aware of that fact because I know this is very Japanese, but please do it to not make anyone be angry at you or make you put yourself into a very uncomfortable position. So keep in mind, if you go shopping and you want to use the changing room, please take off your shoes. Another thing that is very common in Western countries is paying tips. Please don't pay tips in Japan. It might feel rude to you, especially when you have a nice restaurant and you received a very good service, to not pay a tip, but it's rude to Japanese people if you do so. So please only pay the amount of money that you have to pay, and not any specials, even though you just mean it well and you just want to make them happy and be grateful for the service you received. But to Japanese people, it's their job to give you a good service. It's just, you know, they don't want to get paid for good service because it should be common sense to give their customers good service, and that doesn't have to be paid for. So please don't pay tips wherever you are. It's not a thing in Japan. Don't do it. You will even hurt their feelings. So don't do it. Don't pay tips. Keep your money. Just pay what's on the bill. Please don't smoke in non-smoking areas, especially while walking in Tokyo and other big cities. You might find even signs or like some coloring on the streets where it says please don't smoke while walking. Especially in the big cities, you will find smoking areas everywhere. It's not hard to find them, and there are a lot. Please go there to smoke. In some places you might even have to pay a fee if the police catches you smoking in a non-smoking area. Also in Japan, there are still a lot of restaurants or bars where you are allowed to smoke inside. Also here, if you're not sure, please ask the waiter or the waitress. But anyways, it's not that hard to follow that rule. Just be very careful about that. Don't be rude, and just use these smoking areas and to have your cigarette break. Another small thing is standing on escalators in the Tokyo area. I would say you are standing on the left side and walk on the right side. Please stick to this rule, since especially in stations, in subway stations or whatever, there are a lot of busy people that want to walk the escalators. So if you don't want to walk the escalators, just stand on the left side to make way for them. They might be in a hurry and they might get very angry if you're in their way, so just don't be. However, I experienced when going to Osaka, it was the other way around. And I don't know why. I asked some people, but they cannot explain to me why it is the other way around there. But yeah, just I think look out for the Japanese people. Where are they standing, and then just stand on the same side. Just don't stand like next to each other on an escalator. Anyways, it can be very frustrating if you're really in a hurry and someone's blocking your way. So watch out for this one as well. Another thing you might have heard about this one is about using your chopsticks. Please be careful not to stick the chopsticks like into the rice like that, like a sword. It's not a sword or whatever. It's a thing that is done at funerals, so just don't do it. It's very, very rude to them. If you want to place your chopstick somewhere and not on the table itself, or on the whatever there is, just place it like over the bowl like this, but don't stick it inside. Just don't do it. That's rude, and some might get offended by this. So be careful with the chopsticks. Please don't drown your sushi in soy sauce. Don't do it. It makes me aggressive myself just thinking about it. I saw people just like putting the whole thing and drowning it in soy sauce. That's not how it is done. Usually the rice doesn't get any soy sauce at all. Like usually the fish is overleaping the rice a little bit. So usually you just get like the tip of the fish into the soy sauce, really only a little bit, and then eat it. Less is more. You want to taste the fish and not only soy sauce. And if you're in a really good sushi restaurant, the sushi master might get very offended by that. So please be careful. The people want you to taste the fish. You will want to taste the fish because it's so good. So please be careful. Just the dip of the fish, a little bit is really enough, and then you eat it, okay? Don't drown it, it's already dead. Please feel free to make sounds while eating your ramen or your soba or udon, whatever. I was a little bit shocked the first time I was in Japan, to be honest. Like, I mean, I don't know why I didn't know about it, but as a German girl I was always taught to not make any sounds while eating. If I did, and if I was too loud with spaghetti eating, my parents would get mad at me because it's rude. In Japan, however, if you go to a ramen restaurant, you will hear a lot of sounds, and first it was pretty awkward to me just because I wasn't used to it, and I felt like, oh, how can they be so rude? But this is very normal, so you usually slurp your noodles. I can't even do it. I can't. It's so stuck in my head that I'm not allowed to make any noise, that I just can't do it, and I never really tried because I'm also afraid of dying, just like. But if you can, feel free to do it, like to breathe in the noodles. That's a very common thing here. No one will get mad at you. They might be even impressed that you are able to do it because they know that there are foreigners like me that are not capable of doing it. So here you're free to do however you please. Please don't blow your nose in a restaurant. It's dirty and it's considered rude to blow your nose anyways in public places. I think this got a little bit less strict, but still people might give you the look when you do it, especially in a restaurant. So try not to do it. If you have to blow your nose, just say sorry and go to the toilet for a second or whatever. That's okay, but not like at the table don't blow your nose. So that's it for my video for today. These are all the do's and don'ts that I was able to come up with for now, but I still feel there's so much more. But I hope I could help you out a little bit, give you some advice that might be helpful. If you have some more do's and don'ts that you have experienced or heard of, please put them in the comment section below. I would be very happy to read about them. If I come up with more, or if you give me a lot more and you want to see more of that, I might make another video. But for today, I think that's enough of information, isn't it? So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would be very happy if you'd subscribe to my channel as well. And in the description you will find links to my blog and my Facebook, as well as my other social media. I still don't know how to Twitter, so this is pretty much dead. But I hope to see you again in my next video, and until then, have a great time and matane!